Donc c'est parti pour la suite de l'enquête. On va pourchasser les criminels. Les criminels ne s'en sortiront pas. On est où? Ah, on est là. Ah d'accord. Donc on n'a pas eu encore l'appel radio qu'on avait eu à la fin du stream hier. Alors, prenons la voiture. Ou alors... Putain, s'il n'a pas considéré... J'espère qu'il a considéré... Ah, ça se trouve, il va pas avoir considéré que j'ai fait le... Tout ce truc là. Ouais, merde, on va se faire chier. On va se faire chier à refaire les appartements. Bon, c'est pas grave.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
On va refaire les appartements comme hier. C'est bien dommage. Allez, allons à l'appartement 304. C'est ici l'ultime épisode de Derek, oui, tout à fait. Non, c'est Navarro. Navarro, j'écoute.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Ah, on va se refaire la baston contre les deux mecs. Ça va être super.
Hey, what the fuck? LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Oh, motherfucker. Et bim. Fais pas le malin. C'est la baston. La baston de votre vie. Tiens. Salaud. Paf. Bim, il percute. Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Damn. They got some decent shots in there.
Tiens.
Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Ah, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number
C'est Juju.
564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. Two suspects need transporting to Central.
Oh yeah.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, God damn it! You think I'd kill my own wife? We should get the whole place a going over, then talk to the neighbors.
Retour du chapeau à la vitesse de la lumière.
I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar. Seems irrelevant.
Alors. Mon dieu, des traces de sang.
This will take some explaining.
Salut Guerriero. Ah bah Polaroid est négatif, c'est simple. Pour débloquer le Polaroid, faut tuer 5 fois Satan. Pour débloquer le négatif, faut tuer... Non, pour débloquer le négatif, faut tuer 5 fois Satan. Pour débloquer... Le Polaroid, il faut tuer 5 fois Isaac. C'est la vie.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Comment? L'Eldorado?
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
Possible.
Just picked fruit market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Mhm. Allez au fruit market. Ouais, absolument rien. Je crois que j'avais tout vu. Mais... Salut, fin bar. Ouais, il y avait les 3 trucs là. Je crois qu'il y avait autre chose. Toc toc toc.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you
So
weren't
yes,
home
you-
last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Donc là, on va voir l'autre con qui va faire ouais.
No good. There's nobody here.
Bah, attention, grosse frayeur.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Voilà, ouais, on se casse. On se casse.
It's
LAPD.
him, the cop from the newspapers.
On attend Finbar ou quoi? Il se traîne son cul.
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finnis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
On va retourner au central. A priori, c'est là qu'il faut aller. Hey, retournons au commissariat central.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
I really hate this fuck. This black down guy. Seen the body? Fucking case gets nuts. Every prom queen, every fucking hick town.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Guy gave his wife a tap.
Jamais il a ramassé son chapeau, lui. Et il va y avoir une cinématique et comme par magie, il va le récupérer.
Whatever kind of look you were going for, you missed.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir. His information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Échanger d'avis, mais je vais pas franger.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Salut Maro.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse. That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case? Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Angel Maldonado. Pas sûr d'avoir tous les éléments pour pouvoir avoir. Oh, je sais pas, on verra. Là, non. Non, c'est pas là. Là.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe. She didn't stay long.
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Adonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Oula. Comme un doute.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. I used to buy
Menteur.
fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
Faudra y aller. Hein.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Ah, c'était pas mal. 3 sur 4. Je suis content.
Guy was willing to write his own mother after I sweated him.
Ouais. On va aller au marché du primeur, là. On va retourner au bar Eldorado, peut-être. C'est l'un à côté de l'autre. Il n'y a pas une autre bagnole. Non, j'ai changé de bagnole et du coup j'ai une bagnole de merde.
Officer needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Répondons à l'appel du code 3. On va en faire un code 4. Oh ta mère. Ouais, je passe. Je passe toujours. Zéro problème.
All units, officer needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
C'est dans ici.
11K, officer needs help. 415 shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue.
Oh, il fait chier.
11K, code 3.
Alors, il est où le code 3, bordel?
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house?
It's a nice story. Two old lovebirds just moved in together. But they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
Get the bastard! Officer down!
Maîtriser le suspect. Moi, je crois qu'il va mourir. Il y a déjà deux flics qui sont morts. Il y a déjà deux flics de mort, à mon avis, il va pas s'en sortir.
What have they done to you?
Ah, ils l'ont buté, hein. Voilà. On a retrouvé notre vraie bagnole. C'est bien ça. Marrant.
Some at your local grocers in the easy take-home carton that holds 6 bottles. It's the quality drink that's as refreshing as it is delicious. The king of refreshment for that anytime thirst. The thirst of a king can be quenched for just a nickel. With Cola King.
C'est passé à la police. Ouais, ça passe, ouais. J'y croyais tellement pas.
Where's that goddamn
Celui-là, non?
Sam has taken me to Palm
Bon,
Springs.
ça sert à rien de venir là. C'est dommage.
Hey, honey, what time did you get off wooden table?
Salut Cara. Agent de la paix avant tout. Alors.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
LAPD,
how to dance
Detective
to
Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Pourquoi pas?
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Oh, j'ai un nouveau costume. Oh, celui-là est à chier. Ah, il est pas mal celui-là.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Mais qu'est-ce que c'est donc-il que ça...
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
I got a call back to that universal portal line.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Ah merde, attends. Il y avait un... C'était où? Ah, note à motif pointillé, voilà. 2, 5, 3. Très bien.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop. Are you working Friday night? We should go out after.
Bizarre.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Ouais, c'est parti. Salut Tristanetto.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck.
Oh, le mec, il a joué sa vie là. Quelque chose de pas mal.
Should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Belt.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
C'était juste, hein.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Oh bordel!
Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Putain, elle tient bien la route sa bagnole de merde. Oui, c'est la première fois que je joue à ce jeu, tout à fait.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Ils se font plaisir les flics. Salut Chris Ninja. Pas mal. Putain, 4 étoiles. Remarquable. Excellent. Peut-être un jour je ferai le 5 étoiles.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show? Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming. You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Bah, bien sûr, t'as quand là. Salut moi.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Très bien. Nouvelle enquête.
Is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good
Do you
time.
think this lipstick's too light for my complexion?
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send there.
He's good looking for a policeman. You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Allez, il pleut.
Greetings from sunny California. Doesn't want to stop.
The bump like a swipe at me. Put him down with my saddle.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows can make it the man, but you can't always hit home run. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
On s'amuse comme on peut.
That guy there will lead us up.
Suivons la voiture.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, Turner. They used to sing, "You're the gig when you work in homicide, fellas."
36. Alors,
Detectives,
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
étonnant. C'est pas vraiment comme d'habitude.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Non. Il n'y a pas de traces sur les doigts. Il n'y a pas de bague, il n'y a pas de bijoux. Beaucoup de choses différentes. To be continued.
Drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Va bien toi?
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. Not now, Phelps.
Oh bah, pas maintenant, attends. Il est où le téléphone d'ailleurs? Il est là le téléphone. Le téléphone sonne. Ok.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Bon, à la base, il faut que j'appelle le central. Mais
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
ok. T'as vu un truc près de la victime, genre ça?
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Junk.
Voilà, junk. Ouais, il y a beaucoup de trucs qui sont sans intérêt en fait sur les scènes de crime. Alors, est-ce qu'il n'y a pas des bagnoles que j'ai pas testées jusque-là? Celle-là, ça me dit rien. Hop, nouvelle bagnole. Voilà. Chevrolet Style. Ça. Ah, Baker, machin. Ah, déjà fait. On teste les bagnoles. C'est important. Ah. Une bagnole de merde. Alors. Pas même celle-là. Bon, ça a l'air bien. Ah, on va où? À la blanchisserie. On va aller à la blanchisserie. Petite musique.
No message. Excuse me? There was no message. Where? On the bit. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't. I'm failing to follow. Can't be the same guy, what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the message.
Oh!
Ah, j'étais sûr de pouvoir passer. J'étais peut-être un peu présomptueux.
End of conversation. Understand?
Ah, la blanchisserie. Alors, voilà. Midi 19 avec le temps qu'il fait, bah putain.
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks now.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Alors. F 1363.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Ok, on a une adresse. Plus tard, au campement des clochards. C'est désagréable ces bruits de machine à laver. Allez, go.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff. I think the power's gone to your head, though.
Ah bon, on y est. Salut Alex, frérot. On y est. Ah. Toc toc toc. Ah, des gamines.
Hello? Yes? Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
it's procedure. You see to your girls.
C'est la procédure, c'est pratique quand même. C'est la procédure, laissez la police faire son travail. Bordel.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. Want to hear something funny, Carol? Some bums think filling out
Son sac est là.
wonder why the picture was turned down.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Doesn't appear to be connected. Don't think this is anything.
Oh. Salut Silix.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Nope.
Come on, sec.
So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. Looks like a match with the ligature marks. Lars was out in the rain last night. I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies. For the record, Mr. Charleston, what is your wife's name?
Salut le poème.
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. Can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do
Salut,
what she
Lito.
wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
Immune safe.
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thank you.
Très bien. Bon, allons voir les clochards.
Appreciate your time, sir. I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought. Believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
KTI is a member of the American Century.
If you're gonna drive like this, at least use the style.
Oh merde! Ouais. Le camp des clodards.
Holy fuck. Leave me alone. I fought. Where's my wife? I'm the one. No, nobody cares about me. I took a
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. Do you know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the
Leave me
lead.
alone.
These guys can wait.
On va bien voir quand même.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who's
Can't we talk about this? You can't do this!
Garçon, on a Harley Davidson. En gros, voilà. Et c'est pas là. Alors, bah, bon, on va aller au bar, hein. Laissez bourrer la gueule au bar, on va aller voir le bar.
Iron you need for healthy blood and bones. That's why it's time to rise and shine.
Please, Phelps.
Yes,
The
rise and
siren.
shine yeast keeps your body physically fit. Your body requires iron daily. And what better way to give you the iron you need than rise and shine yeast in your breads and cakes? Rise and shine yeast is a natural source of iron. Physician studies show 3 out of 4 women lack sufficient iron. If you are losing weight, feeling worn down, weak, or easily upset, get the vigor and depth you need by using Rise and Shine yeast and by taking Rise and Shine yeast tablet supplements. It helps regain strength and needed pounds to feel and do your best. Go to your grocer or druggist and say,
Oh,
Rise
merde.
and Shine, please. We now return you to regular programming.
How about we take a weekend and I give you some driving instructions?
Voilà. Le bar baron.
waitress.
Gents, drink? Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrelson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
You want us to catch the guy, sir. We need information, not cute answers and delaying tactics.
I do my best, goddammit. What do you want from a guy?
Any of your regulars know the broad?
Ask him yourself.
LAPD, keep your seats, boys. This won't take a second.
Ah, bah alors.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Pourquoi faut toujours qu'il y ait des mecs qui courent?
Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, you gotta ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Adieu.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back.
Ouais, ouais, ouais. On fait des rebonds sur les barrières, pas de problème.
You gotta get me closer.
J'étais sûr. J'en étais tellement sûr. Salut Nako.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a
Putain,
killer
quelle
on our
connerie. Ah, t'as perdu ton chapeau par contre.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Oh ouais, ta merde. Il est où? Il est où, bordel?
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason,
J'ai perdu un de mes phares. Putain, merde! Voiture de merde! Rangez-vous! Je vous bute!
He's showing you how it's done. Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Come on.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Let's end this part.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands where I can see them. Name.
Richard Bates. What is it you want?
I'll ask the questions. Firstly, why did you run?
I don't mix with cops if I can help it.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice, private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Salut Cuisine Gary.
Read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks for your help.
Bon, alors du coup, on va où? Allons au commissariat central. Bon, on peut y aller ou on se fait chier parce que l'autre il veut pas rentrer dans la bagnole?
Trouble, but she started some soon. With a red silk stocking and a green.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, though. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
It's against the rules to drive like this without a siren.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Oh.
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitford. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitford, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now?
Further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified as Reggie's Cafe. Heading north on Whitford. KGPL clear.
Oh merde. Trouver le yellow cab. Quelle merde.
Alright, where's the cab?
Bonne marche arrière des familles.
Give me a break.
Oh ta gueule.
Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
You see our taxi anywhere?
Oui.
3591.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's Bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Alors, on va où du coup? On va au Crystal Ballroom ou... Non, on peut pas? On va au commissariat alors. Hop.
comes a peacetime pyrotechnic display.
KTI is a member of the American Century Broadcasting Network.
Il est con lui. Tu vois pas que je te dédouble? Ah, ce jeu de simulation de bagnole, c'est génial. Hein. Ah, mais c'est long. Ah!
Hey, come on!
T'as pas encore tout vu, mec. Regarde. Zéro embrouille. Pas de problème, ça passe.
You know, putting the siren on might remove the element of surprise from the hidden rush.
Commissariat central, 14h quelque chose. Super.
He's in interview too. Thanks. What do you make of him? Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I say we bust in there and
Elle est où l'interrogation 2? Ah.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Il a pas l'air sûr de lui quand même.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab and I caught a bus back to the base.
Oh. La donation, c'est une façon particulière de te saluer, donc salutations. Bien, salutations Balturion, et merci beaucoup pour le don.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. We left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
But she wasn't coming across.
No, she wasn't.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Dommage.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Bon, bah, allons à la gare routière.
Three suspects in the can and one on the hook. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KTPL, we have Lars Carlson picked up.
11K, roger.
Le mari, je le sens pas trop, le mari. Parce que si effectivement l'autre il l'a ramené en bus près de chez elle, on va dire que le mari il a eu le temps de la récupérer et de la buter. Il expliquerait que son sac soit chez elle. Putain, dégage avec ta bagnole de merde. On est à la bus station.
He's good looking for a policeman.
Est-ce qu'on peut prendre un bus?
He wants a five.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil come from?
Eh
Need to run
merde.
a loop.
We're not gonna drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
On va mettre sirène.
There's such a thing as soap, you know.
C'est le moment. C'est le moment d'utiliser la sirène, bordel. Oh, dépêche-toi, sinon je pars sans toi. Hein.
All-American 7-4, let's go get him. This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my head flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put you in just the right
Ouais, saute mouton.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
C'est la police faire son travail. J'ai perdu l'itinéraire à un moment.
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge if you see him, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh,
Oh, la sirène de l'angoisse. Pas vu de bus. C'est ballot.
How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central Division.
The probability is we'll find it about halfway around.
Bad luck says we'll be chasing it all night.
Hein? Pourquoi j'ai plus l'itinéraire? Allô, l'itinéraire? Ce serait bien de te remettre sur la carte à un moment.
This is starting to grate a little.
You know, whatever happened to the joys of rigorous search? Dogged police work, you know?
They went out the window about 2 blocks ago.
Hey, this could be a Cole Phelps I'll grow to love.
Don't count on it.
Il y a un bus. Ah, il y a un bus. Je suis drôle.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road. That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
These diseases can't be eradicated.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Ah, le hobo camp. Ah bon, on va y aller.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of the bell-bottom trouser and left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
Allez, on avance, on avance, on avance. Ouais, c'est bon. T'inquiète pas, ça passe. On va voir les clochards. Bim, dégage!
Whoa there! Jesus, Phelps, you're terrorizing these poor slubs.
Ok, le campement de clochard. Un mec avec son flingue, son fusil carrément. Easy. Et salut les clodos.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out for the cavalry line.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Putain le mec.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
Oh. Coup de boule, bordel!
What's your name? Comrade Stahl. Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects. Stuart Ackerman. You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Bon, alors.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. It's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Hmm.
I survived the war for this. Hey, fuck you, asshole!
Alors.
Circumstantial.
Tété.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Crystal Ballroom. Ah merde. Les mecs, ils laissent toujours des trucs en pleine évidence, quoi. Pas de problème.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Laisse bien les indices en évidence. Zéro problème. Zéro embrouille. Tout va bien. Ça m'éclate bien.
That's the guy from the papers. About that big case. Wow, that looks like a beauty.
Ouais, allons au commissariat central. Alors...
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession. We can charge the bum with murder.
Est-ce qu'on va réussir à avoir une confession? Ou est-ce qu'on va encore se foutre dedans sur un interrogatoire comme une merde et avoir les réprimandes du chef de la police?
We're going this way.
Wipe at me, I'd put him down with my staff.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
Il est charmant.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You have an alibi? Someone reliable. Someone who will be around on the day of the trial.
Fuck your trial. The capitalist system needs another victim from amongst the masses. So be it.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
C'est tout? À quoi ça sert de récupérer autant de preuves?
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Oui, bon, il y a des dégâts matériels. Pas grave, 4 étoiles quand même. Le travail est remarquable. Salut Archeon. Le jeu a pas l'air de me passionner. Si, c'est cool.
Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
The Studio Secretary Murder. Ah, salut Fictuary. Et... Si on voit le meurtrier en même temps, c'est pas rigolo.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Alors, Molfried lit pas. Ils t'ont pas dit, mais les dégâts matériels, ils ont... Salut Amnésie. Alors... Bon bah, allons-y.
Another body, and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case. A nice thing about egotists. They don't talk about other people.
Alors...
I knew it wasn't safe
I say we
around
bust
here
in there and
anymore.
find the goddamn evidence.
C'est long, mine de rien, l'enquête précédente. On va éviter de prendre la voiture de merde, on va prendre la bonne bagnole.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Any central units, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
Alors on est reparti pour plein de super arrestations à base de balles dans la tête et de rouler pendant 3 plombes dans la ville. Ça va être super. Oh, ça passait, bordel. Sympa. Merde, ça passait. Putain de ville de merde. Je pense qu'il devrait mettre les délits encore plus loin de l'endroit où il faut aller, quoi. Je pense que ça serait encore plus chiant et que ça serait encore mieux.
This is car 11 King. Go ahead with further.
You should have iced those folks. You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm not
post.
riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Ah bah, bien sûr qu'ils vont faire un truc stupide. Crétin. Data.
Bells, you gotta get me closer.
Merde. Connerie. Ah ouais, bien sûr, c'est facile. Connerie de jeu. Il y a 30 milliards de bagnoles, l'autre il conduit comme un abruti et bien sûr on doit les rattraper. Pff, connerie.
You should have iced those folks.
Don't go to sleepwalking. Get me back in close.
Connerie.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me
Ouais,
luck.
mais tu t'arrives jamais à toucher ces putains de pneus. Espèce de con, ferme ta gueule.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Give it up, LAPD.
Studio Panda Paris, salut.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Oh, je deviens Peggy 18. C'est marqué quand vous rentrez sur le stream, normalement c'est marqué que ce stream est fait pour un public mature, bordel de merde, à cul de chiotte. There's Kratox.
I'm sorry, Agnes, but marriage isn't for us. It just wouldn't work. My father. Your father. If he kept his nose out of it, things might have been different.
Oh, they would, But if I never see your face again, it will be all right with me. Goodbye.
Things will be fine. Goodbye.
Gee, this party line is better than a radio. No commercial.
Ouais, vas-y, joue ta vie, hein. T'as raison.
Examination shows blood pressure is normal, your heart is perfect, your lungs clear.
Exemnas.
I feel wonderful. No mistake. You're in perfect condition. I want to congratulate you and hope it's a ball.
Slow and steady, come on.
Oui, ferme ta gueule.
Let me see that report. You see? There, it was sent to the wrong...
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Super. Ça servait en gros à rien de venir là. C'est génial. C'est pas le jeu du code de la route en même temps, elle est noire. Faut arrêter. Normalement on est là pour...
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Mais ferme ta gueule.
We have a problem. We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned the rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letters. The Dahlia letters are genuine. The man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Ellie? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own family.
Merci Torba. Il est où le frein à main, bordel? Merde.
Breathe, no. Breathe, damn it!
Et moi, c'est chiant d'aller là où il faut aller.
Easy.
Oh ta mère. Easy toi-même.
Cole, come on!
Thanks for your trouble.
You boys ready? Follow me.
Ah les codes 4. Salut Jump Cards.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Bien sûr que j'ai mon permis IRL et je conduis très bien IRL. Et c'est un jeu. Merde.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
The Negro.
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
Encore un bar. Hein. Ils arrêtent pas de se brûler la gueule dans ce jeu.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Oui, c'est vrai que je l'ai dit ça. Et c'est vrai, bordel.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Oui, tu veux pas changer de... Voilà. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans le sac?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Chère Evelyne, j'espère que cette lettre te trouve porte mieux, machin, que la dernière fois qu'on s'est vu. Des mots acides ont été échangés. Tu avais pris trop d'alcool et on sait tous les deux que ça te rend complètement conne. Ah, seul, tu es puissant au-dessus le droit de juger. Et je te prie pour ta... Pour ta... Hein. Oh, c'est nul. C'est chiant. J'ai pas tout lu. C'est pas... Ah, ok, les indices...
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
Ouais? Irrelevant.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Bon, parlons au légiste. Enfin, regardons le corps.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Vie de misère, misère, misère. Ah, une bague encore.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Très bien. Pourquoi il y a du sang là?
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
Non, bah non. J'ai vu ça. Alors, la police. C'est où?
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Ah, j'ai pas vu Deadpool.
Classic Carmine.
Pardon.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
Bon. Je pense qu'on a fait le tour.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ok. Bon, alors, on va où? On va aller... Bar. On va aller au bar. Alors.
Watch it, will you?
Oh ta gueule. On va prendre le volant et on conduit et conduire et comme ça on se fait pas chier.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. Know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
Bah ouais. Ah mais il y a plein de bandes téléphoniques pour la police, c'est normal. Ah voilà, encore un crime qui se passe à peu près à l'autre bout de la ville, bien sûr. Parce que c'est vachement plus drôle. Sérieusement. Faites pas les fous, si vous faites les fous, je vous écrase.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
11K, go ahead.
11 King. Citizen reports man.
God damn it! I said cough it up. I'm not gonna say it again. Say Fukaya! That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Oh bah ouais, bah écoute. Après les mecs ils veulent qu'on soit sympa.
LAPD!
Hurry! You can still catch him.
On va essayer. Il est où? Putain. Ah, ils tiennent pas à la vie les criminels quand même. Oh le con. Ah tout va bien, la voiture est à peine endommagée. À peine. Salut Mélode. Tout va bien. La voiture va pas du tout rendre l'âme dans 3 minutes. Alors.
Drink, fellas. Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
I want to emphasize at the outset of these hearings that the fact that the Committee on
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Oui, elle se part toute seule, la bagnole, bien sûr.
Last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Undoubtedly, there are such persons in Hollywood, as you will find elsewhere in America. But we neither shield nor defend them.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings? I know that place, corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Ok. Bon. Et voilà, la voiture est comme neuve. Zéro problème. Tout va bien.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
Samantha's a suspect.
Pas interroger tout le monde, si. Si, je crois. Il y avait qu'un mec, hein. Il y avait un seul mec.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband.
Merde.
She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Hey, that's a pretty girl dressed in that nurse's aid uniform.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Now, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Ah ouais. Alors.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Alors.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
D'accord. Non. Pas grave. Bon, bah voilà. On a fait le tour.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Salut Wombat Ninja, salut Dingue.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Je dois pas mentir.
She talked about
Ah, merde.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in Spain and in the miners' strikes back in
Pas
Virginia.
lui faire doute.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Oh, pardon me. What are you doing, Doctor? I am about to operate. Oh, now, golly, may I cut in? Oh, yeah, sure. Yes, please do.
Retournons-y. Peut-être des questions supplémentaires.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, Code 2.
11 King, in or out?
Deux.
Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
On a un code 2. On a un code 2. Ah, c'est vrai.
Hey, come on!
Ouais, ça va. Allez, on va courir un peu. Poste de police, il est juste là. On va s'emmerder.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
She's only a writer, so he can't really help me.
Regardez, ça va être génial, on va arriver en voiture au commissariat. Ah non. Tiens non.
How bad is it? Come on, you
Captain
can
is
tell me.
downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Merde, c'était où en bas? Voilà.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Ah non, personne par là.
Case for stripped off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Hey, don't mind me.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
Evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Okay.
I survived the war for this.
Allons au bowling.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
There's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron for you. I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Bronco, give me a hand. I got a hard.
Alors.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Ok. On a plusieurs pistes à suivre. Bon, allez. Est-ce que la voiture est là ou est-ce que c'est la merde? C'est la merde. Ah, chier. C'était par où déjà? Je sais plus par où je suis arrivé. Par là, non? Non, mais non, tout va bien.
You look at this clown.
Voilà. Ah non, c'est pas une voiture de police. Un Chevrolet pick-up. Merde, elle était où la bagnole de police? Je ne sais plus. Merde. T'es là? Ah, elle était là. Elle était là.
The world, in his ways, of peace.
KCI is a member of the American Century Broadcasting Network. You hear him in musical films, and now you hear him.
That'll wipe the smile off their
KCI.
face.
Big Joe Turner.
Tiens. Ah, il était
Let me
vénère.
pose a question. Depends. What's it got to do with? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what? On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the Slam River found out.
Alors, le bowling.
We survived this. It's going to be a miracle.
Dommage. J'ai cru que ça passait. Je me suis trompé. Ouais. On est au bowling. Ouais. Ah, strike. Excellent.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am.
C'est un jeu un peu plus puzzle. Ah bon? Est-ce qu'il y en a dans la liste? Il était où déjà?
Down the left side of the alley.
Do you recommend the special, miss? Root beers all around. Olive oil comes from olive.
Et je sais même pas en fait.
Where's baby oil?
Oui.
What has socks in it, Brazil?
J'ai même pas écouté ce qu'elle m'a dit en fait.
Goddamn Bruins are having a season for hell. Call these grits?
C'est par là. Ah bah oui, c'est par là.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Ah bah non, mais arrêtez de vous barrer à chaque fois, bordel! Oh, c'est d'un chiant!
There!
Ah. Pique une bagnole, pas de problème.
Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Merde! J'ai failli l'avoir.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to land it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Sérieux là?
This isn't the killer. We can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless you run into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. Ah, god damn it, the train up ahead. Watch out, Cole.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Now we've got time to play around, Phelps.
That, the end of that. About fucking time.
Hands behind your head!
Bon. m'ont expliqué, on l'a arrêté, mais et alors? L'interroger au commissariat central, certainement. Salut, Cromelu. Salut, Sir Mathéos. Mais pourquoi on a cette bagnole? C'est pas une voiture de police, c'est pas la bonne voiture. Merde. Prenons la voiture de police.
Jesus, Phelps!
Oh ta mère! Rien à foutre!
Oh!
Putain, mais c'est quoi ce monde sur la route aussi? Et alors, parle de quoi? Ça parle d'un flic qui fait des enquêtes dans le Los Angeles des années 40. Merde, j'ai pété la voiture. Oups. J'ai pété la bagnole. Bon. Qu'est-ce que je pique comme bagnole? C'est rigolo de voir si on peut piquer une bagnole au pif. Ah, je cours, ça change. Si je pique un taxi, ça donne quoi? Non, on peut pas piquer une voiture avec un mec dedans. Ah, c'est pas GTA. C'est mieux en voiture, il y a moins d'accidents. C'est mieux à pied, il y a moins d'accidents. Hein. C'est un peu plus long peut-être. Pas une voiture garée quelque part, bordel. Ah. J'aurais dû prendre une voiture plus vite en fait. Pas une voiture dégueulasse, toute nulle à chier. On va prendre celle-là, hop. Elle est jolie. Tiens, dégage. Je pense qu'il va y avoir pas mal de dégâts matériels.
LAPD, stop what you're doing.
Ah,
Ah.
Up for some of the rough stuff, are you?
Phelps, leave him be.
All right. You really want to dance?
Paf, coup de boule à droite, coup de boule à gauche.
You, get back here.
Ça va bien se foutre dans le décor, hein, non? Oh le taré. Voilà. Connerie. Pousse-toi, saleté de bagnole. Putain, elle avance à rien la bagnole que j'ai pris. Elle avance à rien la bagnole que j'ai pris. Tiens, un coup de boule. Il est où le trou? Hop. Ah, je peux pas avoir une autre bagnole que cette merde. Ça va être l'heure, ouais. Bientôt. Je suis la course-poursuite, bordel. Et voilà.
Frank Morgan? Yeah, look, it was Harry's idea to boost the truck full of fishes, not mine. I was in the bar late talking and we...
Save it. You two idiots can say hello to Adrian for me.
Oh, god damn it.
Ok, bon, on va s'arrêter là du coup. Peut-être juste rentrer dans la bagnole. On commence à rouler un peu, je crois que ça fait une sauvegarde. Et puis on va passer sur la power play. Bon, voilà. On va s'arrêter quelque part. Bon, bah c'est cool.